I'm just gonna say it. If there ever was a movie that personified the word mediocre to a T, this would be it. Well, minus the mid-post-credit scene. Hey everyone, I'm the guy with no name. Thanks for stopping by my channel. If you don't know, I love to talk about movies, TV shows, video games, basically anything that I find interesting that I think you'll find interesting too. So, let's talk about The Marvels. The Marvels is the 33rd film within the MCU, and in it we are reintroduced to Captain Marvel and more or less figure out what she's been up to this whole time. Nick Fury, who has been living in the Saber space station this whole time, reaches out to Captain Marvel and asks her to look into a jump point anomaly. Unknowingly, Monica Rambeau, who you'll remember from WandaVision and Captain Marvel, is also looking into this same anomaly. And when they both touch different parts of it at the same time, they inexplicably swap places with each other and with Kamala Khan, who goes by Ms. Marvel if you didn't know. Meanwhile, a Kree by the name of Dar-Benn comes into power and is on a quest to find the two quantum bands and use them to steal resources and destroy worlds in the name of her crumbling civilization. The Marvels is directed by Nia DaCosta and stars Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, or Captain Marvel, Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan, or Ms. Marvel, Teyonah Parris as Monica Rambeau, Zawe Ashton as Dar-Benn, and Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. To be honest, the movie's not great, but it was better than I expected it to be. The trailers really didn't wow me at all, and I went in expecting it to be bad. Though, I gotta be honest, part of that is due to just the recent track record of the MCU and how really, I feel like I can't go into anything expecting it to be good anymore. It's kind of more of a, oh, is it gonna be good or is it gonna be bad? But like I said, it wasn't bad. I mean, the action was pretty good. I found myself chuckling at most of the jokes. Like, it was probably funnier than the average MCU movie. The jokes landed better. The dynamic between the trio was fun. And on top of that, while it is short, I don't think it should have been a minute longer, so in that sense, it was the perfect runtime. Unfortunately, that's where the positives end for me. For starters, the villain was really bad. Probably one of the worst the MCU has to offer, and this is coming from a franchise that has been routinely criticized for its two-dimensional villains. I really feel bad for the actress, honestly, because she tries her best, but she just isn't given much to work with. Also, when you take away the fun aspect of the main three characters changing places and stuff like that, there's really not much more to it. The story is very bare bones and simple, and there's not much there. And on top of that, there are some solutions at the end of the movie. Obviously, I'm not going to get into spoilers, but there's one thing in particular that Captain Marvel does to, let's say, fix a problem. And I'm just wondering what was holding her back from doing that earlier. You know, it's a problem that apparently predates the movie by quite a bit, and yet the solution is super simple, and I don't understand why she only just now thought of it and implemented it. I'll leave it at that. Also, it was great seeing Nick Fury in there, and he has a pretty sizable role. I thought it was going to be a small cameo, but it was more than expected. However, he doesn't have much to do, and on top of that, we don't really get a clear explanation of just what was so important about the Saber space station he was on. Finally, there's some really weird, drawn-out sequences in the film, like two in particular, I guess. One was way worse than the other, in my opinion, but they were just drawn out too long, and it almost reminded me of like a really weird, wacky Doctor Who episode, and it just didn't work here for me. Really not at all. As I mentioned earlier though, definitely stick around for the mid-post-credit scene because it's awesome. I'm not gonna say much at all other than, and this might be crazy to you, but I might consider it my favorite end credit scene of any MCU movie, and that's for a very particular reason, just something that it sets up, let me say. But yeah, I loved it. I know even after you see it, you might be like, you're out of your mind, but that's my thoughts currently. Don't stick around all the way to the very end of the credits unless you want to, because there's just like a 5-second like audio like snippet thing that I don't think is worth it at all. So, but you know, if you want to, great. Just warning you, there's not much of a payoff. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and also let me know in the comments if you have seen the movie and if you agree with any of my takes or not. If you haven't seen the movie, let me know that too. I'd love to hear your thoughts on, you know, maybe whether you think it's worth seeing, or maybe, heck, maybe you might even wait till it comes out on Disney+. But I'd love to hear your plans and discuss the future of the MCU, because I know it's kind of more or less in turmoil. But we'll see. Hopefully they're able to shake things off and get things back on track. But I appreciate your time. Check out my videos on the season 2 episodes of Loki, and keep on the lookout. I'll have plenty more coming. Appreciate you guys. This is Guy with No Name, signing off.